Okay, so after multiple failed attempts, I'm kind of just giving up. I'm going to record the reaction blind and then I'll post it later. Sorry, I tried. I tried over 4 times. It all failed. I don't know why the connection's so awful. The only things I've seen of this were the few seconds where I attempted to stream it before closing it, and the redemption codes that was privately sent.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the Genshin
Finally, I get to watch
version
this.
3.2
Look
special
at
program.
that design.
I'm your host, Zach Aguilar,
That's
the
so
voice of the male
cool.
traveler, Ether. And today, I'm joined by...
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, and I voice Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hearing her
aka Nahida.
voice,
This is my first
not
ever
childlike,
special
is
program, and I
jarring.
can't wait to explore the upcoming content with all of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alejandro Saab, and I'm the voice of Sino. Hopefully everyone's gotten to know Sino a little better during this version, and we've still got plenty of Sino coming our way in the upcoming
Nice.
version, too.
And I'm sure lots of travelers are super excited to see what version 3.2 has in store for us. So let's jump right in and start with our new version trailer.
Let's do it!
Yes. Yes. If anything...
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
We can hope.
Huh? Did I
She
just
roaming
see
around.
something dart by?
Nice.
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Who's him? Oh.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. It's like a little dance mat.
Hey,
Wait, what? Okay, she has a permanent camera, fair. And that's... Wow, that's big. Alright.
now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. Is it too late for an extension?
Yes. Okay, so I presume that the temple-looking thing is Kusanali's burst, which was big. Also, okay, green cube.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
This is over.
Look at the cabling. Oh.
Wait,
Oh no.
can't.
Oh.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The balladeer has already become a god?
Ooh, so it's
No wonder
possible.
your own people have abandoned you.
Oh, that's just fucking
God
mean.
of wisdom. At my
Wait.
command, you shall
Multi-elements. That's bollocks. Come
fall.
on.
The endless cycle begins.
The thing is, if he survives, he's likely gonna end up playable. Meaning, I have to now save for this shit.
New. Are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
Hi, your story did underwhelm me, I won't lie.
I
Not the
must admit
best,
that
but
I'm a
definitely
little
not the
scared.
worst either. Eh.
I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
So this will be the start of the next chapter. Oh,
You've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
ooh,
God, we are using human wisdom to create a god.
it's not human
Let's
wisdom
reenact
though,
the
is
scene of
it?
the Archon War.
Oh.
Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Oh my god, the boss is huge. Oh. I did not expect it to be that tall. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've already got this. So, how to put my feelings into words right now? Perspective-wise, if he does not die, then he's probably going to end up playable, meaning my original aim to hopefully try and get constellations for this girl, not possible anymore, because if Scaramouche / Kunikuzushi ends up playable, I want him too, even though I probably wouldn't need him, just for lore, because the lore is important to me. The thing is, I really want him to end up playable, because I really want him to have a story mode, because I really want him to interact with A, and I want their stories to kind of link at a point. And it makes the most sense for it to take place in his story rather than hers. Because she can't dictate when he returns to Inazuma or anything. And I kind of want the design.
We've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sub-Zero's Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
There should realistically be no chance of us
Nahida's been
beating
locked up by
the boss.
doctor inside the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with 2 of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form, as well as the Doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these 2 Harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of 2 insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
Nice.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know.
Well, if they lose the
what will happen
Gnosis,
to
they'll
crew
lose the
we've been
Akasha
working with along the
system.
way?
Yeah, same. I
'Cause
just
it
hope things will
relies
work
on
out for
it.
everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest, Akasha Pulses, the Kulpa Flame Rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen.
Yes.
That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right, and now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
Whew, this
Them?
boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Bloody tall.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome-looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Ooh. It's like I love the there's still the link towards the stars with electro energy, which is something that was alluded to in A's skill description, saying that she can bring down the stars themselves. And what the fuck is that little weird thing following us? It's got green on it, so Dendro, but what the fuck is it? Okay. Oh, I need to touch up on my Latin. I'm surprised it sounds like this. I thought it'd sound more like Inazuman music, you know, Japanese. Okay, never mind. There's actually a break in it for it. That's awesome. I love that. What a nice track.
Wow,
Ooh.
just look at the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge! And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome!
Yeah, but this is different.
So
This is
cool.
meant to
This
be a
is an
god.
ultra-powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves.
And
Let's break
multiple
it down a
elements
bit.
for some
In
reason.
the first phase of
There.
the battle, the
Fucking
balladeer
hell.
will use his massive arms to attack everyone.
Nice.
The arms are capable of
Well,
utilizing
Cryo,
different elemental
Hydra,
powers,
and
there
Electra.
are several types of abilities, including attacks that create fields of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Ugh.
Oh, you know what? This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna
It
lie,
just steps
he's
and
kinda
punches
cute.
us.
Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but no. Not only is it super cute, but it's also super powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Oof.
Once the balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him.
Makes
So,
sense.
the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments
What's the
in
name
fight
of
where
it? I
travelers
need to
will
know
need
its
use an
stupid
aiming
name.
mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Okay, so yeah, it is at the
important
car.
against a boss the size of the balladeer.
I know, right? They also use some amazing
there's a
special
hook
effects for all
shotting
of the
around.
balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really
How
kinda
sure the
remind me of
void?
Raiden Shogun's skills.
Yeah,
Ah,
of
you're
course
right.
it is. I already noticed
And
that.
seriously, I can't
And it
wait
makes
to check out this
sense.
new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
Considering his
Yeah.
origins.
So now that we've covered the new boss battle,
Yes!
I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2.
Yes.
Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida. Yay!
Finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use.
And the weird
yeah, they
fascination
can be
with
pretty out there.
shitting. I
Or
can't get
sometimes
over it.
she'll
It's
use
too
really
weird.
childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea.
Yeah,
But
oh,
the
noticed
truth
that
is,
one as
she has
well.
yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
The
But
presses
I'm sure
us
everything will
all.
work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia Oromastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest, so be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
Yes.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Yeah, it's like a little dance. You know those arcade machines where you'd have to like place your foot on certain spots to
Bro.
do dancing for them? It's one of those.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Temple of Wisdom, fucking hell, it's a big space. Yeah, that's big. Oh, it's super cute. What the hell?
Wow.
She's so cute!
Look at her.
I love her!
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of
Akara.
skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty
Huh.
unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping
Oh,
the skill button.
okay, so it
Or
forces
you may
all of
hold
them
the
to be
button enter an
continuously
aiming
hit.
mode.
That's kind of nuts.
Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark.
Ooh.
After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from Dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing Dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned.
What the
to
hell?
Interact with certain harvestable items, allowing
Ooh.
her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to
That's
harvest materials like that is
convenience.
gonna be so cool.
Meanwhile,
That'll
it
really
can't
save us some
cook.
time.
Can this little
This
child
skill may
cook?
also have some additional
Wait, what the
uses,
hell? Was that
so
smiley face?
travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh,
Yeah, it is.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting.
Yeah,
Upon
big.
unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests
Jesus.
a court of dreams, expanding a
Court
special
of dreams.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
field. Yeah. Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While
Ooh.
Nahida's within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An Electro Party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a Hydro
Sweet.
Party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa,
Oh,
this is blowing my mind right now.
that's a little awkward.
We'll really have to
Oops.
focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Nice. And it's a big field,
Also,
so that's
in
not a
addition to
concern.
Nahida, we have one other character joining us in version 3.2.
I like your
That's right.
aesthetic, but
She's a very
yeah, not my focus.
peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious, which
Me.
seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Okay,
Yeah.
not me.
Not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around
Oh,
her might consider her a
astrology.
little strange
Okay.
and mysterious.
Her and Mona could have a beer.
And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were.
I need
and she
this shit in
completes
my
them
life.
in no time.
Imagine.
This is definitely something only Layla can do.
Imagine
should try to do
sleeping
this
and
with
getting
your
all
own
your
homework.
work done.
But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know
Also, she's
that she
got
has
Alfie.
this
It's like,
ability?
only just noticed this.
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are
What-
obviously
what's
full
her
of
race,
handwriting,
then?
after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Samio, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
Okay, that's kind of great.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun.
Is she a long-living
But
being
it
like
seems
Clee is
she'll never
implied to
able
be,
do
and
any of that
her mother?
until she graduates.
considering these?
And
Hmm.
actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there. Watching over us.
Oof. I don't appreciate being a sword wielder. That's a pretty animation. Ooh. Yeah, that's really pretty.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh. Ah, night stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
So she will work
Layla's
really well with
elemental burst
Viato.
unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while also generating night stars for Layla's
Pretty
shield.
big AoE as well for that,
As a
too.
talented Ratawa, his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting.
Ah!
When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ooh, nice.
Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question.
Join
That brings
Mia.
us to our new event wishes. In the
They
early
know
part of
people
version
won't spend
3.2,
money.
Nahida and Yoimiya will be available. In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Yayamito
Oh, that's
and
just
Tartaglia,
mean.
and Layla will become available for the first time. Also,
I'd
a new
rather.
5-star weapon, 1,000
Ooh, that's
floating
pretty,
plumes,
but I
will
can't
be
put on it.
appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Look how
Oh,
good
nice.
that looks.
By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament.
Beast
But
Tamer.
before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
I know what you're thinking.
Uh,
Code.
uh,
Get it?
Boo.
I know.
Alright, that's enough.
Boo.
What an image to give us, jeez. Oh, this guy looks so fucking good. The one thing that makes me... I question a lot when it comes to this. I want his design, if he did end up playable, to be how we saw him in the cutscene we got, where he's wearing white, predominantly. Just lighter colours. I don't want him to just be stuck with the Fatui attire. It'd be boring. Plus, if he survives, I'd kind of like to hope that he'd have a chance at redemption. It's like, he's clearly got a lot of issues. And the thing is, some things he's just kind of outright wrong about in a way. But it's not really his fault that he's wrong about them. His position... In a way, she did abandon him, but it wasn't intentional. It was an attempt at being kind.
3.2 special
Oh,
program, everyone.
free Dory.
Next, we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of
Fungus.
Sumeru. Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events.
So,
Although the fungi
Pokemon.
often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so, if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can
give it a
Paimon's
stupid
suggestion and
name.
give them
Okay.
cute names, but most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
For one of them, she just gives
Travelers
the
will have
exact
to
same
use special
choice. God
floral
damn it.
jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kinda like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these
No.
different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types, coordinated assaults and zone defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line monolith.
Aw, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And
Nice.
Layla will be appearing in the event
Freebie.
storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation.
Oh.
Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
That
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it.
for Kusanali was
Let's
great.
leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay,
Shut up.
next up we have a change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with
God.
Yin Phase and Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
Ooh.
This sounds
Entertainment.
like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
How's her
In
time?
addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This
That should
time,
be all the
we'll have a
elemental
new edition of
cubes
the
now.
Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of
There
course,
you
will
are.
be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2. Besides serving as a new open-world boss, the Dendro Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use.
The pyro
However,
one's the most
as
annoying
you
though.
increase the difficulty, the
So
number
far,
of uses
anyway.
will decrease, and the enemies will become more challenging.
Ugh.
So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the
Like,
right
Cryo's
way to use
easy
these
enough.
effects.
Hydro's
so
easy
what options
enough.
do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primo Gem rewards, then don't worry, you won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new
No.
update. First, we'll be finding inspiration from
Oh, this again.
Illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again, we'll be working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around.
Oh.
Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
Okay,
While
that's
you're out
neat.
taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas
Yeah, that's cool.
Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
In addition to all these new
Teapot.
events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations.
I don't like the idea of
I'm really
cloning an
excited about the
area.
first of these, which is
Now
regarding
that I've
the
read it, I
Serenity
don't like
Teapot.
that.
Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity
Okay,
Teapot
that's
will be
new.
adding the
That's a new
long-awaited
area.
replication
So I
system.
guess that's the
Wow, that's
Sumeru
super
one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Those
This
are
feature
new,
will allow travelers to use
furnishings as
sharing
well.
codes
That
for
fountain is
designs
beautiful.
From other travelers'
So are
teapots
the,
and
lamps.
implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it.
That's a
With
giant
this new
flower.
function,
That's really
travelers
pretty.
will be able to bring that creativity back to
Ooh.
their own teapot. or
Okay, so it's
share their
based on the
creativity with others.
Aranara
Get ready to
Dream
hit up your
Realm
friends with
thing.
amazing teapot skills.
I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Yeah, no,
Which brings us to
I
our
won't be
final
doing
update
that.
to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game
Hey,
language settings.
more accessibility,
So, players
good.
who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own
Good.
journeys through the world of Tibet.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Love her aesthetic, but I'm not pulling for her. Not intentionally. Though she's looking to give Diana some competition when it comes to being a good cryo battery / support for the DPS. She looks like she works really well with Yato. She might work well with Eula, since it's passive damage and it keeps her from being knocked over while she do her attacks. But yeah, I'll be real, I'm way too interested in the prospect of if Scaramouche lives, I hope he ends up playable. Obviously Kusanali as well, but I've got my savings for her. She is definitely going to come home. The matter is how the... whatever the hell. I've been farming the specialties in Sumeru in preparation for her. Some of them are pinned. That's a really nice image.
In version 3.2,
Ooh.
which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
So what's the
So many
burning?
events too. But
Countering?
the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahida playable character.
For this patch, it's Nahida and
Nice.
the boss.
for
I
me,
won't
it was
lie,
definitely
she's
the
not
Balladeer.
wrong.
Dude, it looks so insane. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro Hypostasis, and of course the fabulous Fungus Frenzy, getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, you know, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
You gotta get on it.
hopefully get some designs from others, or at least, you know, get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers.
Yeah, I'm
May the
looking forward to it.
wisdom
I
of
just
Dendro
hope my
Archon
bloody
be with
Wi-Fi
all of you.
sorted by
See you
then.
in game, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.